Well, when I see you, you make me lose all control. Like a fire burning deep in my soul, yeah. And when I feel you, it feels like I'm in heaven. It goes on forever like a diamond of gold. And when I hear you calling, it's like heaven. I wait there forever till I'm out of the cold, yeah. And when I hear you calling, I'm in heaven. We'll be there together. No, I won't be alone. Well, when I see you, you make me lose all control. Like a fire burning deep in my soul, yeah. And when I feel you, it feels like I'm in heaven. It goes on forever like a diamond of gold. And when I hear you calling, it's like heaven. I wait there.
Welcome to the downtown studios of Cranford, New Jersey. You're here at the Commissioner's Cove. Alongside me is my man, my brother, my ace boat, the 13th Legion, and I am the Commissioner. Ricky let me down, where we come together and talk about our league, the Veterans of Fantasy Football Wars, and talk about week number 6's recap. So do me a favor, you guys, sit back, relax, drink your little cafecito, smoke your little cigar, drink your little bourbon or your whiskey while you listen to two distinguished gentlemen talk about fantasy football, which we enjoy to do. Welcome down to the Commissioner's Cove today, sir. I know you're under the weather, so I'll be doing the majority of the talking today, which is
that's nothing unusual.
Nothing unusual. All right, so, if you want to limit your talking, I mean, you guys can't smell it because you're on camera. However, you could smell the mint from his cough drops. Yes. It's really nauseating, so if I fall out, don't mind me. All right, let's get to it. We're going to talk about the recap of week number 6. This league right here, a lot of interesting factors. A lot of people are propelled themselves to 5-1, really set themselves for a nice little playoff push. And they're going to have to make decisions a couple of weeks from now. Because week number 8 is when, I'm going to tell you, week number 8 is when you start trading off those picks. And we're infamous for the individuals in here on this league right now are infamous for trading off picks. And you're going to have to either make a trade for your playoff push for the championship run, or you're just going to be happy with your team and what you have. All right.
These are very interesting decisions to be made in a couple of weeks.
All right, we're going to start off with game number 1. We'll leave for yourself and myself for last. Leathernecks versus Raider Nation. Listen, this one here, a tale of two cities right here. 2 coins, different sides of the coins. All right, you got just different. Leathernecks propelled himself to 5-1, beating Raider Nation. Raider Nation
unbelievable
with 79 points. Leathernecks his team is really doing well this year. Okay, beating him 136-79, and Raider Nation, which I can't believe, he's 1-5. 1-5.
He had those 52 picks in the first round.
Yeah, 52 picks, and he's 1-5. So I guess the whole process of guys with more picks that keeps on their teams are better off and blah, 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 blah. But it's not true. Josh Allen with 27. Algier did well with 21. Tajay Spears hurting him. Ayuk, he had an injury. Marvin Harrison Jr., Brian Thomas hasn't been doing well. Tucker Kraft hasn't done well at all. Buffalo defense hasn't done well. Even his bench, no one on his bench really did well as well. But a lot of people are on buys, and Singletary's injured as well.
Okay. I just don't understand some people's the way they constitute their roster, keeping multiple defenses on there.
Yeah.
You have very limited roster space. You need to get better skill players.
Right. Well, that's what happens. That's what distinguishes a 1-5 team to a 5-1 team. All right, 5-1 Leathernecks. Joe Burrow did well. Montgomery Gibbs, he's got 2 running backs from Detroit, and he still does well. Keenan Allen with the 2 touchdowns in the red zone. All right, did well. However, he lost Raheem Shahir for the rest of the year with a knee injury. Jaden Allen is okay. Kerry Kills is a strong tight end. Obviously, I think he's becoming the tight end number 1. The kicker did okay. Green Bay Packers did well. He still had Jalen Hurts on the bench and Garrett Wilson on the bench, so it doesn't matter. He's going to take Rashid Shaheed out.
Again, another game where he starts Rashid Shaheed over Garrett Wilson, and he comes up on top.
God bless him.
Unbelievable.
It is. All right, so 5-1 again. Raider Nation falls to 1-5. Next game, we're going to talk about the Devil Dog. Back-to-back Marines here. Devil Dog and Leathernecks. So Devil Dogs, 3-3. Middle of the pack went to 500. Son of L, champ of last year. Son of L falls to 2-4. Lost his game 160-115. Lamar Jackson what he does, which is 20 points. King Harry, 27. Josh Jacobs with 11. Najee Harris with 21, but we talked about that. Najee Harris is nursing a rib injury, so Mr. Warren might be playing more often than none. Hopkins is not doing what Hopkins does. You're going to keep rolling Hopkins out there, he's going to give you a game. He is going to give you a game. okay, but not consistent anymore. I think he's on his last legs, in my opinion. I think he's ready. He's past his prime. All right. You didn't hear that, Hopkins. All right. Amari Cooper, 8 points, got traded to the Buffalo Bills, so that's gonna help him out. Okay, we'll see what happens next week. Dalton Schultz with 6 points. Tight end position is rough for everybody, so totally understandable. Tyler Bass, San Francisco defense. Okay, on the bench, Everett Ingram. He will be starting Everett Ingram next week. It'll bolster his offense, which is it's gonna
Champ
be.
still got a very good team.
Yes, he does. Now, Devil Dog lost. Dallas got it towards an injury. He's gonna have to pick up a tight end. Okay, and on the bench, Alan Lazard. I don't know if he starts Alan Lazard, and he's got a decent little. He'll put in Colby Parkinson. We'll see what he does next week. So again, Devil Dog 3-3, Son of L 2-4.
High scorer of the week too, Devil Dog.
Yep,
160.
Congratulations, Devil Dog. See what happens next week. Get better anyway, as well. From if you know what we're talking about. All right, next game, Buff Fumble versus El Nino. Wow, Buff Fumble won this game, beat El Nino. El Nino falls to 3-3, 500. Buff Fumble 2-4, beat him 113-88. Justin Fields came about. Wow, did well. Kamara with 17. Roshan Johnson, that's ballsy right there. Really is with 4 points. T. Higgins did okay, 14. Darryl Mooney, again, we talked about Darryl Mooney. Darryl Mooney has, obviously, he's been giving you great gains, but this was a dud. And we can't have that consistency in wide receivers. Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton was more or less the wide receiver one. He's going to get Malik Neighbors again back this week. And Laporta had 1 reception, 52 yards, and a touchdown. It's tough there, but you'll take it. Buccaneers with 22 points. And on the bench, Pittman with 12, and his bench is a little suspect, a little weak down there.
Yes.
It really is.
Oh, yeah, a lot of guys on buys too.
El Nino, Daniel Jones, Daniel Nichols. He started 10 points. Connor didn't do well. Rico Dodell didn't do well. Stephon Diggs did well. DK Metcalf didn't come. He didn't come today. He didn't come. He didn't come last week with 7 points. Terry McLaurin, 23, is very consistent. Terry McLaurin. Ferguson didn't do well. Their kicker, 9 points. I think they got rid of this kicker, to my understanding, right? Which is the Green Bay kicker or no? Narvin.
He did we're looking back.
Yeah. Okay. Aaron Rodgers with 20 on the bench. J.K. Dobbins. Wow, he didn't start J.K. Dobbins. He started Rico Dodell over J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins with 17 points. I don't think he'll make a decision. Tyreek Hill was on a bye, but Tyreek Hill is going to get Tua back, and he's going to start exploding on the opposite end of the
El
spectrum.
Nino has a team that he can make a run.
Yes, sir. All right, next team on the dock is going to be Family Curse versus Crystal Blue Persuasion. Crystal Blue won 139 and 126. Crystal Blue 4-2. The Family Curse 1-5. That's three 1-5 teams or 2 1-5. 2 1-5 teams. 2 1-5 teams. All right. These guys are infamous for making a decision week 8. So these are the guys that are most likely going to be sellers if they lose another week. So you better start looking for guys. All right. Kirk Cousins, Justice Hill, 1 point. Kenny Walker did well. DJ Moore didn't come out. Didn't do well. He had 1 good week last week. Doesn't do well. A.J. Brown, welcome back. Did what A.J. Brown does. 24 points. Debo did well. Kyle Pitts, okay. Their kicker and their defense. All right. Trevor Lawrence with 19. Romeo Dobbs is up and down. He's very inconsistent, only 19 points. And Jackson Smith, Njigba with 10. I expected more from Jackson Smith. I'm not sure why he's not doing that well. All right. Now, Brock Purdy, he started Purdy over there with Crystal Blue, but you know what? He's got 2 stud quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield with 31, Brock Purdy. He still rolls out Brock Purdy. Still rolls him out. He's got either or. God bless him. Tony Pollard is doing well. Bijan loves his Bijan mustard over there, 25. Mike Evans is hurt this week. We'll see what happens. Lost Chris Olave. That hurts him. That hurts me in my other league. All right, he's got a concussion. He'll hopefully be back next week. Zay Flowers with 23. Brock Bowers with 16. And their defense 15. And Kaim Fairbairn with 10 points. Crystal Blue, 4-2. Family Curse, 1-5. All right. Next game on the dock will be me, my team. This was a nobody of the week, in my opinion. Nobody of the week. I lost here 118 to 112, bringing my record to 3-3 and just my luck to 4-2. This was a tough one, man. Okay. Again, Daniels with, Trey Sermon gave me 2 points. Javonte Williams, why are you asking me why I traded him this week? And he gives him 26. Got 3 points. Okay. Only 3 points. Deontay Johnson with 19. CeeDee Lamb is not performing. We talked about that last year with CeeDee Lamb. I want CeeDee Lamb to stand up, and he hasn't been standing up. Hopefully, there's more games, much more better games for CD. We'll see what happens. Because when I was...
Well, things are bad for you. You started 2 Cowboys.
Well, what are you going to do? That's all I had on the bench at the time. I started Jalen Tolbert with 8. Trey McBride came about, and the Philadelphia defense gave me 19. However, Jordan Love with 32. It's hard to overcome that. DeAndre Swift with 21. Even with James Cook, 0 points, and I still lost. Okay, Jamal Chase, 12. Pickens, 8. Michael Wilson, 10. As a likely 4. His defense did well. And there goes that guy, Austin Serbert, with the Washington Commanders, did well for 13. His bench, he pretty much started the guys he was needed to start. So that's for that. And let's go to your team. All right, 13th Legion, 5-1. Show me your TDs, 3-3. You blew them out, 143-97. Wow, you sure did. You know, you had a lot of first-round picks as well. You had a lot of picks in the first 2 rounds.
I had one extra.
You had a lot of picks in the first 2 rounds.
One extra first round pick.
Whatever. He started Bo Nix, did well. We talked about Bo Nix. Brees Hall came about. He started playing for you well. You know, after that lackluster game last week, he did well this week for you. Jordan Mason, you lost Jordan Mason for a little while. He didn't lose him for the year, but he's nicked up a little bit. But he gave you 8 points. Bucky Irvin did well. Amon-Ra came. Drake London looked good. Dalton Kincaid okay. The Texas defense did good. And there goes that young Huku with 12 points. However, Tyrone Tracy on the bench with 22. So you got some nice little depth on the bench over there. You don't know who to play. You know what I mean? Are you going to play Tyrone Tracy this year? I don't know about that. We'll see what happens. You've been rolling out Braylon Allen there sometimes. Now you have some good people to pick from, okay? Sutton, you're going to leave on the bench because he didn't do well. Josh Downs, only if Smoking Joe Flacco plays, you're going to play him. Otherwise, you're sitting him on the bench, in my opinion. And I think that's the same team you go with next week. And you probably take out Jordan Mason if he gets hurt. And you plug and play my man Tyrone Tracy Jr. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Thank you. Read you like a book.
But we'll see when we go over
All right.
this week's games.
All right. So show me your TD. CJ Stroud with 7. Saquon Barkley with 6 points. What happened? I don't know what happened to Saquon against Cleveland. Jesus, he was nowhere to be found.
This is after a bye.
Crazy. Travis Etienne, a bum. We talked about that. 0 points. All right, but I think he has enough people on his bench to overcome Travis Etienne. Devontae Smith is back. Tank Dell did well. Trey Tucker, 0 points. That's another one that he needs to overcome. He started Mark Andrews, which is good. Justin Tucker and the New York Jets.
This is another guy with 52 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, but he's got Devontae Adams and Kyron Williams, so he's got enough depth on his team to overcome that. All right, and that is the recap of our league, veterans and fans. Did I miss somebody? No.
I don't think so. But, this is going to be interesting because in a couple of weeks, doesn't AJ in this league trade?
Usually he trades.
No. I don't mean trade to get picks for next year. Trade a pick to get better for this year. Is a 3-3 team good for him? I don't know.
Do you think, is your question, do you think he's going to make give up picks?
Is he going to make a run for it, or is he going to give up? Or is it going to depend on what happens in the next 2 weeks?
Depends on what happens. We know how he operates. It's going to be depends. If he goes up, if he wins 2 games, he might trade for something. If he loses 2 games, he's selling.
All right, when we go, let's take a look at the scoreboard for this week.
Okay. Let's take a look at the scoreboard for this week. Stand by. I'll tell you right now who we got. Week number 7's teams. Okay. Leatherneck versus Son of L. All right, who do you have winning this game? 5-1 and 2-4. Let me tell you something. Son of L loses this game, goes to 2-5, and puts him in the depot. Doesn't put him out of the playoffs because he's been there before. He's made the playoffs with 7-9.
Yes,
all right,
7-7.
Or 7-7. I apologize. 500.
Yes, but now this year we changed the rules. He's not going to have a chance to make that last week trade to get Josh Allen.
There you go. He's gonna have to make that. He's gonna have to pull that trigger. Week number 8, 9, and 10, right before the Thanksgiving.
That's right. So this week I'm going with Son of L. I'm going with the champ this week against Leathernecks.
I have Leathernecks winning this game, going 6-1.
Yeah, well, I think that overall team-wise, I think Son of L is going to have a better game.
All right, we'll see what happens. Champ, I'm sorry to go against you, but I had to do it. All right, next game, Devil Dog 3-3 versus Buffalo 2-4. Buffalo needs a victory in the worst way. All right, who do you have going?
He's not going to get it this week.
You're
going with the Devil Dog.
You're going Devil Dog going to 4-3. Who do I have over there? Who do I pick?
So do you.
Oh, Devil Dog. I got you winning. You put Jared Goff. You actually listened to what we were talking about, Jared Goff in the game. All right. And you pretty much got everybody out there. Wow. We'll see what happens. I got Devil Dog winning this game, making them 4-3, and Buffalo going to 2-5. Oof. All right, next game, show me your TDs versus Family Curse. Now, Family Curse definitely needs a victory in this game. Show me your TDs needs a victory. You know how he is. He needs a victory every week, but he's going to be 3-3. For him to fall 3-4, he'll analyze his team, start selling week 8. We can't have that. We need him in the league. So who do you have winning this game?
I'm going, unfortunately, even though I want them to lose, show me your TDs. I'm going for. Sorry, Family Curse. I can't pick you in this one.
Who do I have winning this game?
You also are going with AJ.
All right, I got show me your T's win this game. I think he has too much firepower. I think Devontae Adams linking up with his guy, and Devontae Adams is gonna resurge his career. I think he wins this game. All right, ooh. Raider Nation 1-5, just my luck 4-2. All right, what we got here going? Raider Nation, this is a must-win Game 7 National League Championship Series. He's got to win this game. Has to win.
Unfortunately, I don't think.
Raider Nation, you're hurting, man.
I'm going with just my luck in this one. Sorry, brother.
Who do I have winning this game?
You're going with Raider Nation.
Raider Nation, I got you winning this game, baby. Got the Raider Nation winning this game. I think this is the game you win, my friend. I think Josh Allen, Tyler Algier, Achane, you get back, Juju, Brandon Ayuk, Thomas Njoku's going to play for you. He's going to come about. Yes, he is. Buffalo against Tennessee is going to do well. Marvin Harrison's playing, so you're going to have to really think about that. Maybe put him in for Brian Thomas Jr. We'll see, but you're a little nervous because he hasn't been giving you anything. But I think
would you put him in for Brian Thomas Jr. or would you put him in for Brandon Ayuk?
Either or, we'll see. But he's playing Kansas City, which is better defense. So I got the Raider Nation win this game, making him 2-5, just by luck 4-3. That's who I have.
Okay.
All right. Next game, that's my game. Ricky, I got to go. Ricky let me down, making me 4-3. But we all know Crystal Blue, him and I have battled for 20-something years. It's not easy, ever easy.
No, and I'm going with Crystal Blue on this one. I just think overall his team is going to have.
I did too. It's rough. Team. It's rough. My team. I'm plug and playing, my guys. My guys are hurting. I'm making a lot of roster moves, a lot of waiver wire moves. I set Javonte Williams with 25 points already. All right, I'm already behind the 8 ball, and I'm already down 6-0. I'm winning 6-0, which means nothing to me. Okay.
So on the year, we both went 3-3 last week.
Well, what are we on the year?
On the year, I'm 17-13, and you are 18-12. One game lead.
Is that it for the win? Is that it?
That's it.
That we have no more players, no more teams to pick from, huh?
No,
it is. So that's the recap of that's who our picks are. We're gonna pick for this week, and what we're gonna do for week number 7. We'll see what happens. Again, we do apologize that we couldn't get together for the last couple of weeks. Our work schedules have been really, really difficult to get together. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff with the league, and the co-commissioner been dealing. He's the commissioner of the other league, so he's been doing a lot. So it's just hard to link up. But it is what it is. We do the best we can to get together. So I appreciate on behalf of myself and my staff, thank you, Co-Commissioner, coming out to the Commissioner's Cove, and thank you guys for listening and following. Good luck on your games, unless you're playing myself or the Co-Commissioner. Ciao.